Love Codes 101, Lesson 1. Hi, I'm Dr. Denny, and I have created Love Codes 101, and I would like to give you a brief description of what it is about, how it could help you, and who it would benefit. This course is for you if you are single looking for a relationship, in a relationship that isn't going that well, married and ready for a divorce, separated and confused about what to do next. In 2007, there was a movie that asked the question, how many times in your life do you meet the right person? What was the name of that movie? Once. I don't know if it's true or not, but if it is only once, don't you think you need to be ready? I do. So, right now, we are going to have a relationship conversation to help you be ready for a healthy relationship. Today, I am going to tell you about the world's simplest, easiest, and most effective relationship management method ever. And then I'm going to tell you how we can help you get ready. Is it important for you to believe that there is a one and only? No. Because one of the reasons people are looking for Mr. Right or Ms. Right is because they think that it will be easier. They think everything will fit right. She will be on time. He will want kids. He'll do the dishes and not go out drinking with the boys. But that is not necessarily true, of course. In ancient cultures, marriages were arranged based on compatibility, not love. Our culture values love over compatibility. Truth? All relationships require effort. Mr. Right could be the best thing ever, but he still needs what he needs. Ms. Right could be the hottest thing ever, but she still needs what she needs. First secret? The first biggest mistake people make is that they think that if they find their one and only, everything will fall into place. Without effort. So wrong. Here's a powerful thought. What would happen if you treated every relationship as if they might be Mr. Right or Ms. Right? Your relationships would definitely improve. I just gave you the second secret. Treat every relationship as if they are the one. Why? Because they might be. The question is, how do you treat someone in a relationship to make a great relationship happen? I would say that most people don't know how to do this. If you have ever tried to have a relationship with someone but weren't successful, you know that the key to a good relationship is often very elusive. You obviously didn't know what you could do to make them your friend or your partner. We don't know what we don't know. You didn't know that if you gave them what they needed, they would be more inclined to hang out with you. You didn't know they have needs, or if you did, you didn't know exactly what those needs were. You see, you really don't have to talk someone into being your friend, especially if you're nurturing them. They will be your friends because they feel good when they are around you. Relationship secret number 3 is that you really don't have to talk someone into being your friend if you are nurturing them. The dating ritual should be seen as the opportunity to ask questions to find out the needs of a potential partner and to tell them what you need. Those in relationships have to do the same thing. These needs are triggered by a person's specific brain reward circuits. If you can tap into these circuits, a great relationship can be found. But how do you do that? The answer is relationships have to do with needs, and needs have to do with your brain. Scientific research shows us that relationship needs have to do with brain stimulation. All our thoughts, feelings, ambition, and drive, as well as our body's sensations, correlate to activation and stimulation of specific nerve cells, which produce a brain signal that results in an experience of either pleasure or pain, a reward circuit. Our relationships' reward circuits are stimulated by what I call your brain love signals. Relationships have to do with needs. Needs have to do with your brain. These are called reward circuits. Psychological and social needs are mediated by the emotional part of our brain, called the limbic system. The limbic system does its job by helping you avoid pain and repeat what is pleasurable. What are brain signals? Brain signals are a lot like hunger pains. When your cells are low on nutrients, they send a message through your nervous system saying that they are hungry, which stimulates the hypothalamus, and you get a brain signal that tells you to go eat something. And the same thing happens in your relationship life. When you do not feel loved, you crave it. You get a hunger for love. How many of you have not felt that? All of you have. You get a signal from your brain that says you need something. But most of the time, people don't know exactly what they need. People can't come up with a word or a phrase that describes what they need. This next thing might surprise you. Brain signal sex. Sex, it happens in your brain. Some other organs are involved, but we're not going to talk about that right now. That is because orgasm happens in your brain. Like all experiences, this event is brought about by electrical impulses that flow along the nervous system pathways that are connected to your brain nerve cells. Your pleasure pathways are turned on. Your defensive pathways are turned off. And the reverse is also true. Bad sex happens when your defensive pathways are turned on. Your pleasure pathways are turned off. This happens when there is conflict in a relationship. Increased conflict causes decreased intimacy. People get angry when their needs aren't being met. It's a universal reaction. This is what creates conflict. And anger destroys intimacy. This is the opposite of what we're looking for. We are looking to connect. This neurochemical effect happens when your brain stimulates the secretions of the bonding chemical, oxytocin. And what stimulates the signal? Getting nurtured does. But you have to get nurtured in the right way and at the right time for you. It is the balance of these neurochemical agents that produce either pain or pleasure. We like who we like due to the activation of certain brain areas that produce these chemicals. Is there anything that we can do in our relationships to stimulate these brain signals to produce the body chemical oxytocin? Yes, there is. That's part of what we teach in LoveCodes101. Remember, relationships are about bonding. People can learn how to nurture and learn how to connect. We bond with certain people because of how we feel when we're with them. Some people just naturally stimulate our bonding chemistry, but others will not. If you want to bond, you will need to know how to turn on the bonding brain chemicals. How does stimulating the relationship reward circuit affect your relationship? It improves them a lot. People are much more likely to buy what you are selling, which is your value, when you stimulate their brain signals. And said another way, people are much more likely to hang out with you if you nurture them. Have your relationships been reward circuit driven? Close relationships are driven by the need to get nurtured and to feel pleasure. You need to get nurtured, but so does your partner. Relationship secret number 4 is, if you show up only to feel pleasure yourself, rather than give pleasure, your success in any relationship is doomed. How many of you think that you are ready for Mr. or Miss Right? How many of you will actually recognize your one and only? How many of you think your one and only will recognize you? How many of you actually think that you've already met your one and only and you've lost them? How do you expect to keep them? You have to know how to stimulate their bonding chemicals. We teach you how to do that in LoveCodes 101. There are 12 love codes, of which you need 4 of them more than the rest. Your partner needs 4 of them more than the rest. Your codes are probably different than your partners or your potential partners. If you want help with this, take the class, LoveCodes 101. It is the beginning of a great relationship.